Hey everybody, Chris Raygun here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video because I wanted to just kind of have a one-on-one with you guys because I've been getting a lot of messages from concerned smaller content creators, smaller channels, as a reaction to YouTube's brand new monetization policies. And if you haven't been focusing a lot of your time or attention on YouTube in the last year and a half, 2 years, you might be unaware that YouTube has recently had a bit of a PR problem, a little bit of a problem appealing to advertisers as a result of what I would consider to be unjust concern and controversy over the PewDiePie situation, and more recently, a little bit more understandable, more justified controversy over Logan Paul's recent charade in Japan. So as a response to both of these controversies, YouTube has thought up a brand new monetization policy that will affect all channels on the platform starting in late February. So the new rules are essentially as follows. YouTube is going to be taking away the ability to monetize from channels with fewer than 1,000 subscribers, and they're going to require 4,000 hours of watch time in the last 12 months to be even eligible for monetization. Now, this is particularly rough for anybody looking to get into animation on YouTube, but animation on YouTube has been fucked for the longest time. That's a community that's already been hurt in the past and is just getting more hurt now. I recommend checking out this video by Rubber Ross for more details on that whole animation thing. But, you know, I've seen a lot of content creators who, you know, make long-form content who haven't necessarily hit 1,000 subscribers yet, who are very, very concerned. They're very, very discouraged from being on the platform, and I can't really fault them for feeling that way because YouTube has had a horrendous track record of, you know, making their creators feel like they're not being fucked in the ass constantly. But as I look at these monetization policies, I don't find myself as upset as I have with, you know, some of the more recent attempts on YouTube to understand the creators. Because I find 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, for most people, to be very, very achievable if you are putting in the work that is required to have a successful channel. Honestly, that's my genuine opinion. I started YouTube in 2007, and I didn't achieve 1,000 subscribers until mid-2014.
I'm gonna be straight with you. I have no idea what the hell I just made. I really don't. I truly...
Mid-2014. It took me 7 years to reach 1,000 subscribers. And that sounds like a long time, until you realize that all 7 of those years, up until the last remaining months, were spent not trying to do YouTube as a job at all. I would upload random shit to my channel and not pay attention to anything. I wouldn't put ads on my stuff. I wasn't marketing it. I absolutely had no interest in being very, very, very successful on YouTube. I put out whatever the hell I wanted to put out. It was essentially a dump for me to just put my random content that I was making anyway, just so I didn't have to delete it from my hard drive when it got full. Literally, that was its entire purpose.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Until I took an arrow in the knee.
Who does this? There's an arrow! My knee! But it's bleeding!
What the fuck was that, dude? And yeah, I did it to entertain the few hundred subscribers I had gathered, but I was not consistent with my uploads. I did not treat it seriously. It was not a career to me. Until early 2014, where I decided, you know what? I have a small audience here. I have a couple hundred people who are invested in what I do. I have a few, like, very, very loyal fans who have been commenting on my stuff for the past 7 years. I truly believe that I can turn this into something that is more than just a dumb hobby. And I achieved the milestone of 1,000 subscribers in a few months. I think it took maybe three months. That might be maybe even less time. And I started treating YouTube seriously. I put all of my time into it. It became a full-time job, even though I wasn't making much money at all back in those days. I was not able to monetize, you know, whatever little money I was earning was like maybe $10, $15 a pop a year, probably. I might be misremembering that because it's been so long, but it was a very, very minuscule amount. But I put so much of my life into the channel in 2014, I passed that milestone, and, you know, since that time in 2014, it's 2018 now, it's the beginning of 2018, I had 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm at 440 something. I don't even know. It's insane. And I know that people typically don't like the, you can pull yourself up by the bootstraps mentality. And I understand that, it's not always possible for everybody to do. And that is the reality of it. But I truly believe that if you have the drive and if you have, something to share, be that a comedic lens, an idea, I truly believe that if you try very, very hard, you can do it. And I only say that because I did it accidentally. And to be completely honest, I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. I still feel like I'm just fumbling over myself trying to figure this thing out, but I managed to do it. And I know it might come across as like, Chris has gotten, too big, he's forgotten what it was like, but I haven't. I specifically remember how difficult it was to convince everybody around me that what I was doing, what I was pouring so much of my time into, was not a waste of time. I was making no money for such a long time. For such a long time. Even when I passed 1,000 subscribers, it took about a year and a half, for me to truly make anything substantial on YouTube. But I stuck with it because I truly felt that it was what I really wanted to do. I felt like I had caught lightning in a bottle, and I was happy, and I was excited to work on stuff, and that's how I got to where I am today. And in the grand scheme of things, I'm not all that big up there. I'm not PewDiePie, I'm not Jack's Films. But I am proud of where I am and the work that I had to put into to get where I am now. And yes, YouTube is a super discouraging platform to be on at the moment, specifically with all the demonetization stuff, and it honestly is a huge pain to deal with, and I totally understand why people are discouraged, but I don't want people to feel discouraged by this, because this new monetization policy is so achievable if you have the drive to do it. I honestly believe that. And if you're the kind of person who truly wants this to be their career, who really wants to make this their livelihood, yeah, in the beginning it's going to be rough. There were times where I was eating, bread and cereal for weeks on end because it was the most that I could afford with what I could, with what I was making. I had to get jobs on the side, and like hell, you know what? I'm at 440-something thousand subscribers, and I still do extra work for other people who might need it. It is not an easy thing to make reliable money on YouTube, and, as annoying as this monetization is, I do think that it reinforces that notion of, this is not just something that you can just start and expect to succeed at. This is something that requires a lot of dedication, and, for people who make short-form content, yeah, this is totally fucked. This is unfair as hell. But if you're making stuff like me, or Shoe on Head, or I'm Alex, or Leon Lush, or, fuck, Keemstar, anyone. If you're making long-form, or even, like, several-minute-long content, I truly think that if you have the talent, and if you have the drive, and a little bit of luck, let's be real, guys, you can make something of it. Because, Lord knows, I have no idea how I made anything out of this. I'm fucking befuddled on a daily basis. Because if you think I got here through sheer talent, I'd advise you to take a look at this.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard.
Yeah. This is a video of me mouthing the words from a scene in an Adam Sandler film in 2010. This is 29 seconds of great content. Yeah. You see that? That's the face of talent. So yeah, I guess I just want the message of this video to be, don't be discouraged. If you want to do something, do it. Don't let YouTube's bullshit stop you, because YouTube's always gonna hit you with bullshit. It always does. It's been hitting me with bullshit for the last almost 10 years now. Fuck, I've been on this platform for so long. Holy shit. I know this is a weird message coming from a very, very sarcastic nihilist, but try and stay positive, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
I got this thing with sodas, and I also got nuts in here, too. You want nuts?
She's got loose nuts in a fucking bowl.
I got nuts.
Why do you have these in a box?
This is the only container I could find.
Look, it's Yotis! What are you fucking doing?
I gotta taste every morsel.
Nothing.
He's wet.
No, not at all. I maybe the handful you got, but I don't think so.
That happens to you too. They don't let you guys get tips.
Yeah, some events.
What the fuck is the point of being a bartender then? That's why you become a. Yo, man, honest, we should go f*** them. I'm down.
That's not the solution.
Why do you say those things?
Because I think it's a solution sometimes. If some guy breaks into your house and threatens to fucking hurt you, and you molest him, what happens?
Why would you do that?
Wait, he tried to kill you.
You don't have to hold the man down.